you guys. I have had one heck of a time getting on here, so I'm hoping that this stays because YouTube didn't even want to let me on. So, and another thing is, while y'all were waiting for me, because I'm 8 minutes late, my my stand that you guys are sitting on totally broke. So you guys are duct taped to the stand. So if you fall off, I'll just duct tape you back on, but it might take me a few minutes. So anyway, there's that. And also messy mom hair, dark circles under the eyes, newborn. Okay, so this is who I am now. So just get to put up with the flyaway hairs and the dark circles. So it has been crazy, but we are back at this now, which is good. I never imagined that I was going to be gone for almost 2 months. So I'm so grateful that you guys are still showing up. I was talking to the girls, I wonder if no one will even remember that I had lives and no one will show up tonight. So it's really great to see there's some people jumping on. So yes, tonight we're going to make shepherd's pie soup. And I'm going to talk about where I've been, what's going on, how's the farm, how's the baby, and all of that stuff. So let's get rolling, shall we? I'm glad you guys are here. So like I said, if you guys fall off, bear with me. I'll have to duct tape you back onto the stand. Things are a little interesting around here right now. I hope the duct tape holds you on there. Hang on. Let me make sure the duct tape is secure before I rotate you. You ready? Oh my. It's okay. You guys are still on. It's all right. We're going to be all right. All right. All right. So inside this big stock pot, I have 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to turn it over medium heat. I'm also going to be adding an onion that I've already pre-chopped and some butter. Let me grab the butter here real quick. Okay, so butter. We need 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm just going to estimate. It's going in, and then we're going to add our onion. So this is 1 large onion. And I have this chopper. I don't know if all of you guys have watched my video on my freezer meals, but this has really come in handy. I chop everything from onions to potatoes with this. I have attempted carrots, but it's a little hard on the blades. So I stopped doing that because I really don't want to break this one. I've broken so many of them in the past. But it's so nice because it totally dices up your onions in under 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. This is 1 large yellow onion. And then we're going to have some chopping to do. Oh, actually, I have one more thing to do. So on the back burner over here, which I'm pretty sure you can see, but the duct tape's covering that section of my screen, so I'm just going to guess that you can see that pot. This pot has 3 pounds of potatoes put in it that have been diced in that dicer. See how nice and fine they get? So I'm going to go ahead and add filtered water so we can start boiling these. Essentially, we're going to be making mashed potatoes, which is what we use to thicken the soup with. It's super good. All right, so that is filling. I've also pre-washed, and I haven't chopped them yet, some garden potatoes and another 3 pounds of potatoes. This is going to make a really big soup, so you might want to have this recipe if there's only a couple of you eating, or prepare to freeze it, which it does freeze well. All right, those have plenty of water. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the back burner, which I'm assuming you can see because once again it's behind the duct tape. And we're going to go ahead and turn it on high. I almost ordered a new stand while I was on bed rest, but I didn't get it done. So my life has been totally nuts since then. Okay, so we're going to dice and chat while this is sauteing, okay? All right. So everything's cooking. We're good. I do have half a brain because I am up at night with my baby. So actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make some tomato paste. So I'm just going to use this container. I'm using the tomato powder from Azure Standard to make the tomato paste. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 50-50 mix of the tomato powder with some filtered water. We need 4 tablespoons of tomato paste, so I'll just do 2 tablespoons of the tomato powder and 2 of water. I'll go grab that. And then we're going to give it a good mix. we'll see what we got going on. I'm gonna have to add a little bit of water, maybe have to add a little bit more paste, but I'm just gonna mix it. We're gonna need some more water. I'll get a little bit more. Add a couple more tablespoons. Okay, and then I'm gonna angle you guys down at the cutting board so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. So this pot over here is on high. We're gonna bring it to a boil. This one's on medium. We're gonna get this sauteing. It's got the 2 pounds of ground beef and a whole yellow onion and 4 tablespoons of butter. All right, now I'm gonna angle you down. Bear with me if you fall off. It's not intentional. Okay, perfect. So we have our tomato paste. That was 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and 4 tablespoons of water. Tomato powder and 4 tablespoons of water. All right, so while that is working, we will get to chopping and talking. So many of you guys caught the community post when Naomi was born. That was way back at the beginning of December. Time has gone by fast, I feel, and slow in other ways. In my first story video, I did talk about a lot of what we're struggling with. I am dicing 3 pounds of potatoes, just a reminder. But essentially her birth was not the easiest birth, and because of that, she had some swelling in her face that had affected breastfeeding and bringing my milk in, and et cetera, et cetera. And then that ended up going into a colic situation, okay? And looking back now, I don't really know if it was colic or if it was a combination of colic and just being really hungry because I didn't have any milk because she hadn't been nursing. But anyway, it was like the perfect storm, you guys. So basically, I ended up removing a bunch of foods. One of them is potatoes. I'm not going to be able to eat this meal tonight, but my family will love it. I removed almost all of my starches to try and figure out why she was so unhappy. And in doing so, my milk supply dwindled, okay? And then she began losing weight really, really quickly and getting super weak. And it's just been a really interesting experience. So basically, she just got up to her birth weight last week, so she was 6 weeks old. And the only way she's getting up to her birth weight is with me pumping while she nurses the other side. So I basically do that round the clock, which means I don't get much sleep. But I'm doing it for her. I want her to gain weight, and so that's what we're doing. It is my sacrifice for this particular child. It's not something I would have chosen, and it's not something I've ever struggled with before. I've never had low milk supply with any of the other children. And yes, just in case anyone's going to comment, she has been checked for lip, tongue tie, and cheek ties, and there is none. At least that the midwife could find. So, to make a long story short, yeah, we're still pumping around the clock, we're still drinking bottles, and we're still gaining weight, which is great. But my new struggle is her preferring the bottle over the breast, which is something that I'm not afraid to tackle, but it sure isn't fun to tackle. I'd like to get her switched back over because I know I speak for a lot of women when I say I don't enjoy pumping, and so the sooner I can get her on to just the breast, the better. So if any of you guys have any tips for me, put them down in the comments below if you've done this before. I've never struggled with any of these things, and really walking through the trenches I've never had to be in before has allowed me to have compassion for a lot of moms out there that deal with this with all of their babies. I just never have. I had colic with my first, but my diet wasn't the best either with my first. So it's been an uphill climb, and it still continues to be. So just depending on how things are going is going to depend on how often we have these cooking classes. I'm going to try and do them every Tuesday. But you guys, if I have a really bad night with her and I'm up all night pumping and I'm exhausted, I'm probably not going to do it. So just keep that in mind. I will still post other videos on a regular basis. I'm going to try and do lives as much as I can, and then eventually get back on it every Tuesday night schedule. I just can't promise anything right now with the way things are going. So, but anyway, so yeah, that's been our journey. It's been a crazy journey that, like I said, I never thought I would have to be on. So another update would be the farm update. I have not been outside in 7 weeks. So everything is still alive. I'm not really in the loop. We do have a couple of our milking does that are due. One of them is due in the end of February, and the next one's not due till April. So those will be coming up, which would be nice to have our own milk again. All the chickens are moved into the greenhouse. So they're in their little winter ark, which was nice because we got hammered by a huge winter storm and negative 50-degree temperatures, which many of you guys saw my post about that bird that we found that was frozen solid. Wild bird, not one of our chickens. And so anyway, it's just been kind of crazy, and I haven't really gone outside though because I have a newborn, but also just I'm tired, and I just with what I have to do in the house just to keep up, you know, with laundry and everything else, it's just been crazy. I guess I never really realized until you're in the shoes of someone who's trying to increase their milk supply how much pumping is like your whole life. And I didn't realize that until now. It's like you don't even think about anything else other than that, and when's the next time, and washing bottles and washing pumping equipment and all of that sort of thing. You don't really realize how involved it is until you're in the trenches. So that's been really, really interesting because it's sort of like a depression. I hate to compare it to that, but it's like you're so honed in on just like your own problems and your own things that you're trying to just deal with that you can't even focus really on anything else. So I'm so incredibly grateful for my older kids because they've been pulling the weight for way longer than what I ever thought they would. And I'm so incredibly grateful for all of you who watch my channel, who are local, who have come around me and are still bringing a meal here or there, or bringing a snack here or there, or just offering prayers or support or fill in the blank. I never thought I'd have to ask for help 6 weeks, 7 weeks postpartum. I thought I would have my life back together, and that's another thing I'm really struggling with, is that nothing's back together yet. But anyway, I'm just so grateful for you guys who are local, who are still helping. I really appreciate that. I don't even know what to ask for a lot of times. I'm just so tired. But it's just amazing that to have the community of friends and family that I have that are not judgmental of what's happening and are just here to help. So that's a great, great, great feeling. Okay, so this was 3 pounds of potatoes. I'm going to drain this really quick. I'm going to go back into the container, and I'm going to stir the stuff that's in the pot on the back there. Okay, ma'am. I'm thinking she'll sleep for the whole class. We'll see. I'm hoping she sleeps long enough for me to get everything in the pot. That would be nice. Alright, so this tomato paste has been sitting and it thickened up a little bit more that we made a little bit ago with the tomato powder, so I'm going to add just a little bit more water. That's probably another tablespoon of water. Alright, I'm going to pull you guys in again here to the pot. Now, I ordinarily would angle you down, but because my stand broke right before I went live and you're duct taped to the stand, I'm going to leave you right at this angle so you don't fall into the soup. You will thank me later. Alright, so I'm just chopping up the ground beef. Going to give the onions a stir. And remember on this back burner that I think you can see, although that part of the screen's behind duct tape for me, is a pot with some chopped potatoes that are coming to a boil. We're going to turn those into mashed potatoes here shortly. And those go into the soup. Super, super good. If anyone has commented, I have not read the comments yet, so hang in there. I will check in just a second. And then we're going to chop some carrots. Okay, I'm going to check comments. Here we go. Touch the screen without it falling off. Okay, I just literally made some shepherd's pie last... Oh, well, I can't read the rest of it because it's behind the duct tape. But anyway, thank you for your comment. Oh my God. I just have to laugh. I don't know. If I move the duct tape to this side of my phone will fall off. So it's got to be right where it's at, guys. All right, so it's going to keep on sauteing. We're going to go ahead and chop up carrots that equal 3 cups of carrots. These are Azure grade number 2 carrots. So they're all different sizes and shapes. I'm totally fine with that, as long as they're edible. They're also cheaper. They're around $1 a pound. That's why I buy them. So you're just going to go ahead and cut your carrots as large as you like them. Sometimes I use that onion dicer to do the carrots as well. But then really the whole soup ends up that size, and that's kind of boring. So we'll chop them by hand. So, yeah, between everything that's happened with the baby and my recovery and the baby settling in and everything, we had all these winter storms come through. And the last winter storm with the negative 50-degree temperatures, there was one night we were without my husband because he couldn't get home. So he stayed at a friend's house. It's just me and the kids here, and that was a really interesting feeling. I mean, we already... Hello, Naomi. It's okay. Oops, bad dream. You okay? Oh, okay. I'll tuck you in a little bit. Okay. Anyway, we had... Jeremiah couldn't come home. It was an interesting feeling. Knowing that my neighbors didn't make it home either, and it was just me and my kids out here in the middle of nowhere by ourselves for miles. That was an interesting feeling. I don't mind living remotely, but the feeling of me being here all alone with my kids with no help close was it was a little lonely. It was a true, like, what a pioneer woman would have felt like, which maybe I don't want their life. I'm reconsidering. So we're going for 3 cups of carrots here. And if you're just jumping on, the phone is duct taped to my stand because it broke right before we went live. So it's going to probably be some weird camera angles here. I'm trying to do the best I can, and I only can see half of the screen right now because the other half is covered in duct tape. So bear with me. We're making shepherd's pie soup. Delicious. Also, remember that down in the description box below are all of the ways that I make a little bit of money. All the affiliate links. So I've got a link down for my cookbook. I've got links down there for my meal plans. I've got some links where you can buy different products like liver, dried liver, and emu oil, which is for your health in a lot of different ways, cod liver oil. So all those links are down below if you need to buy anything like that. Check it out. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it does help me to make a small commission because my YouTube channel is not monetized. So I don't make any money off these videos that I have posted. So if you can remember, next time you need something off of one of those websites or a product that I just mentioned, please remember me and come to any of my videos. I've tried to put them on all 300 videos down in the description box. But if you can just remember me and just go through my link, that's all you got to do. It takes you to the regular website where you just work as normal. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the heat on the back burner. Can't know if you guys can see that or not, but it is attempting to boil over a little bit. So we're going to go down to medium heat to simmer those potatoes till they're done cooking. It's getting foamy. There we go. Anyway, those links are down below, so just remember me when you go to need any of those items. Let's see, what else is new? There was something else I was going to talk about. Let's see, they want a carrot. Maybe the cat will eat a carrot. One of the farm cats is in here. She had a little accident. Little William I don't want to say threw her, tossed her out the door because we let them come in for a while to warm up when it's really cold. And then we put them back outside because we don't have litter boxes and we don't really do the indoor cat thing. And he went to relocate her to the outdoors. And he kind of He's so small, he kind of just tossed her out the door and wasn't paying attention that there was a bucket of hot coals from the fireplace sitting there, and she landed in it. So she's inside. She's being a little bit more baby than normal, understandably. But the good news is she didn't burn any of her flesh. She jumped out fast enough, so it was just her hair that burned off. Yes, poppy seed, poor kitty. And she has like white legs, and so, or white fur, and so her fur is now kind of like a brownish color from being burned. Anyway, I had all of that during my wild ride here. We also had one of our goats. They call it have an abortion. I hate that term, but that's what it is when it's almost full-term baby that just dies and is born. So she was about 30 to 45 days out from having her baby. So that was a sad loss. But the good news is that she was able to be bred again. So we're hoping for a summer baby. It's not overflowing yet. That's getting wild back there. The potatoes must be about done. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more. So it's just been a wild ride, to say the least. I've really, really appreciated you guys for sharing my videos on social media. This is the only platform I'm on, so we are together. I couldn't do it without you guys. We are spreading the news about nutrient-dense foods, and they can be delicious, and that, you know, we can make meals for kids that are nutrient-dense that they're going to love, that the flavor's there and they love it. So thank you for sharing them. I've just been noticing when I've had time to jump on YouTube, you know, a lot of the videos are 300 views and higher. Some of them are up to 600 as far as cooking classes. So sharing these videos really does make a difference. The other thing that makes a difference is commenting down below if you're watching the replay, and then also hitting the thumbs up button while you're here. And like I said, my channel is not monetized, but it's just a way that the algorithm picks it up and suggests it to more people so that we can get that word out. Okay, so this beef and onion is totally cooked back here. I've been mashing it while we were talking. So to this pot, we're going to go ahead and add 8 cups of broth. This is homemade chicken broth that I canned. There it goes. And yes, it's a half-gallon size jar. You can still find the USDA approved half-gallon size canning jar charts for canning different things online if you look. And broth is one that I love because I have a large family and I always use 2 quarts no matter what. Okay, so we have 8 cups of broth, 2 cups of filtered water. It's going to go on in. Okay, and then we've got the potatoes, which is 3 pounds of potatoes. All right. And there's also 3 pounds of potatoes on this back burner back here simmering, okay? Like I said, those are going to get turned into mashed potatoes. All right, we've got 3 cups of carrots that have been diced. Those are going in. Whoa. Naomi's having a dream, you guys. I can hear her making noises. Fast asleep on the front of her mama. All right, we're going to give this a stir. We're going to put in 2 cups of peas. You could also use frozen vegetables. That's really good, like corn and such. So basically what's going to happen in this pot is you guys can kind of see it from the top. I wish I could angle my camera down so you guys could see it, but I'm just afraid it's going to fall into the pot if I do that. So we'll just move you closer a little bit here. There, you can see it. So the vegetables are at the very, very top of the broth. That is what we want, okay? Because what we're going to do is turn this pot back here into mashed potatoes, creamy mashed potatoes, and they're going to get dumped in here. So the volume of this is going to grow, but it's only going to grow by stuff that's nice and thick. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this burner back up, medium-high heat. We're going to bring this up to a boil, and we're going to add the rest of our ingredients to that one. So what we've got is 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I buy this brand from Azure Standard. For the most part, it's nice and clean. 1 tablespoon. I know Kathy is going to catch the replay, so no, Kathy, I have not made the Worcestershire sauce yet. But I know that you know that because I have a newborn and there's no way with what I've had going on that I'm going to make my own Worcestershire sauce. Okay, we need some organic rosemary. 2 teaspoons. I'm just going to eyeball it. If you want, get out your measuring spoons. I'm going to save myself some dishes because I already have plenty. Next ingredient is thyme, T-H-Y-M-E. Organic thyme. We need 2 teaspoons of this as well. As soon as I can get the plastic off. Okay. And that is it for that pan. So this is going to come up to a boil. Actually, it's not it for that pan. We got to add this. This is 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. So this is giving it that tomato flavor that you would have in your base layer of shepherd's pie. And then, of course, the mashed potatoes that we're just about to mix into the soup are giving it the potato topping right into your soup. All right, let's check those potatoes to see how they're doing. I chop these up intentionally, very, very tiny, you guys, so it would not take very long to cook them. Oh, they're nice and soft. Okay, so I'm going to get a strainer so I can strain these over the sink real quick. All right, I'm going to go strain these and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and transferred them to a metal bowl down here. I'm going to angle the camera in just a second. Bear with me. Okay, so we have 3 pounds of potatoes that have been boiled. They're nice and soft. So to this, we're going to go ahead and add 4 more tablespoons of butter. You having a bad dream, Naomi? Okay, just let it melt right there. We are going to add 1 cup of sour cream. And I buy the Nancy's brand sour cream from Azure Standard. I love it. It's our favorite sour cream. In fact, I didn't order enough. This is actually our last container. I need to order some more for next month. So this is a 16-ounce container, so 1 cup is going to be half. Okay, nice, healthy fats, you guys. Okay, so now to this, now we're going to go get a, let's see, should I do an immersion blender or let me see about, let's see about just mashing them. Sorry, Naomi, trying to see. It's so noisy in here, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to give this a stir before I start mashing so it can start to melt. It doesn't stick all to the masher. And that butter's got to melt yet. So my biggest challenge postpartum is breakfast. Because I had a bunch of breakfast meals, but it's okay. I had a bunch of breakfast meals that were freezer meals. You're okay. Shh. Just a bad dream. Just a bad dream. I know. Yeah, just a bad dream. Oh, you're okay. You are. You're going to be just fine, honey. You going to wake up? Okay, just a minute. Oh, it's a bad dream. I don't think you're even awake yet. Okay, maybe you're waking up. Okay. Did you want to wake up now? You can wake up. Oh yeah, you want to say to all the people, huh? Okay. Okay. Hang on. I'll get you out in just a second. Okay, hang on. I'm going to finish mashing and then you can come on out of that little wrap. Yeah. Here, you want to undo me?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to mash? Mash away, girl. I had to duct tape it to the stand. Hey, you're okay. You're okay.
Looks like it.
It looks like this. Okay. You're okay. So the soup over here on the stove just has to come to a boil. And we're just going to boil that until all of the vegetables are soft. And then we are going to add the mashed potatoes. Good job, Brie. Just keep on mashing. It's perfect. It's okay. You don't have to sleep. No. You don't have to sleep. You can wake up. Yeah. Did you have a bad dream? I think so. I think you had a bad dream. Yeah. All right, Brie. That's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can lick it off if you want. She totally is. Okay, so these are just mashed like you just saw. And like I said, we're going to just keep this at a boil on the pot there on high until the carrots are nice and soft and the peas are soft in no time. So it's more carrots and potatoes. And then once that's done boiling, then I'm just going to simply add the mashed potatoes to the pot. And then that meal is done, you guys. So let me angle you guys up. See if there are any comments. She's like a toasted marshmallow. Yeah, the cat. Gosh, she was like a toasted marshmallow. I felt bad for her, but not too bad to not laugh, because I did laugh at the smell though, you guys. Oh my gosh. The smell was horrendous. The big girls had to give her a bath because she reeked so bad of like burning hair. So that was a little rough. But anyway, this is Naomi, and I appreciate you guys watching me, even though I look tired and my hair is crazy, and it's crazy. But I appreciate you guys tuning on anyway. Let's see, we just did an Azure haul video, so maybe some more freezer meal videos coming. I don't know. I'll just have to keep you guys posted on that. And other than that, thank you for you guys' prayers. Thank you for reaching out via email to make sure I'm still alive. I totally am. Thank you for tuning in tonight for this class. And once again, thank you so much to the local people who have been still supporting me and checking in with me, because I just fell off the planet, which I did, totally did. Thank you guys, for continuing to share my videos. Like I said, I don't make a penny off of these, but it's really encouraging to see that my videos are reaching hundreds of people. That's just really cool. So anyway, with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go and feed her and move on to the next round of life for tonight. And I will, we'll see if this week goes a little bit better. Then just keep your eyes out for a scheduled event here on the channel, and I will go live. But if not, I will catch up with you guys in a already pre-recorded video posted here on the channel. And until next time, thank you so much for supporting me, and I'll see you guys later.